Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to tackle one of the most ambitious financial goals, saving $10,000 in 6 months while simultaneously paying off your debt. I know it sounds impossible, but trust me, it's totally doable with some unconventional strategies. So, if you're tired of the typical budgeting advice and want to get really creative with your finances, stick around because I've got some serious, effective tips that will get you to your goal faster. Let's dive in. Step one is probably going to make you squirm. Extreme minimalism. No, I'm not saying you have to live like a monk forever, but hear me out. If you really want to save big while also paying off debt, consider reducing your possessions to the bare essentials for just a few months. Take a hard look at your wardrobe, your living space, and your hobbies. What can you sell or temporarily cut out? Could you sell your extra tech gadgets, get rid of that unused furniture, or maybe cut out some luxury expenses like that gym membership or your daily coffee runs? By living with less, you free up more cash to go toward your financial goals, and you'll also get a little clarity on what really matters. It's temporary, but this kind of purging not only boosts your savings, but also helps you feel less distracted by things and focus more on your financial priorities. In order to help me save, I decided to go on a diet of vegetables and no alcohol. This 6 month purge saved me tons because I didn't purchase meat or alcohol, which were usually the most expensive items on my grocery list. I also went on a fast for 16 plus hours, which typically meant I didn't have breakfast. Now, I'm not saying to do exactly what I did, but if you are as health conscious as I am, going the minimalist route might be able to kill two birds with one stone. Now, step two is all about leveraging your skills in an unconventional way. Instead of only focusing on side hustles for cash, why not start bartering your services for things that can reduce your living expenses? For example, if you're a designer, offer to create a logo for a friend's business in exchange for a few months' worth of free rent or utilities. If you're good at tutoring, offer lessons in exchange for something you need, like a used car or even free meals for a month. Think about ways to exchange services instead of spending money. This can save you a ton of cash, which you can put directly toward paying off your debt or building your savings. Step three is a little unconventional, but it can really get you moving. Host a financial intervention with your friends and family. Yep, you heard me right. Invite your closest friends and family members to help you stay on track by turning your financial goal into a community effort. You can do things like have them hold you accountable for staying within your budget, create a group challenge to motivate each other to hit milestones, or even host a friendly competition where everyone pitches in a few dollars towards your savings goal and you match their contributions. This creates some fun social pressure and accountability, and it's a way to ensure you don't let your guard down when it comes to spending. One of the first steps I took to paying off my debt included my friends. One of my very close friends decided that it would be a fun idea for us to come together to keep each other accountable to help pay down our debts. We all had student loans, credit card debt, and a car loan. She created a spreadsheet and sent it to us. We got on calls on a weekly basis, and although COVID put a halt to our weekly calls, I continued using the spreadsheet to pay off all my debts. Now, step four is a game changer. Practice radical transparency about your finances. This means being completely open with people you trust about where your money is going, whether that's your partner, a close friend, or even online. The idea is that by being radically honest with others, you'll hold yourself to a higher standard. You might even find people willing to give you advice or tips on how to improve your financial habits. For example, share your progress publicly on social media, for instance. Post your debt repayment or savings goals. Make it a point to update your followers regularly. It can feel awkward at first, but this public accountability is incredibly powerful for staying on track. Now, step number five involves some psychological tricks. Use positive reinforcement in a non material way. It's important to reward yourself for hitting milestones, but instead of splurging on something expensive, try rewarding yourself with experiences that boost your well being, like taking a day off to relax, going for a nature walk, or having a mental health day where you just focus on self care. These kinds of rewards are fulfilling but won't derail your financial progress. For example, when you hit a savings target or knock out a chunk of debt, treat yourself to a spa day or a weekend away without spending a lot, of course. Your mind will start to associate achieving financial goals with positive feelings, making it easier to stay on track. Step number 6 is all about reverse budgeting, an unconventional way of setting up your budget that might seem backwards at first. So instead of starting with your expenses and then trying to save, start by setting aside the savings and debt repayments first, and then you plan your spending around the rest. This ensures that your savings and debt repayment always come before anything else. By prioritizing your savings and debt payments up front, you make them non negotiables. And whatever is left afterward is what you can spend on once, which forces you to get more creative with your spending. This might be a little uncomfortable at first, but it's a really powerful way to ensure that your goals are always at the top of your priority list. And finally, try something radical. Financial fasts. No, I'm not talking about skipping meals, but instead, take an entire month to cut out all non essential spending. You can still pay for necessities like rent, utilities, and food, but everything else, they're off limits. No restaurants, no shopping, no impulse purchases. The goal is to really focus on cutting out wasteful spending for a full month. This can help you accumulate huge savings and pay down debt quickly. By doing this, you'll not only save more, but you'll also develop a deeper understanding of your financial habits and how much money you've been wasting on things you don't really need or care about. And there you have it, 7 unconventional strategies to help you save $10,000 in 6 months while paying off debt. They may sound a little out there, but if you follow these tips, you'll find yourself making faster progress than you thought possible. If you're ready to get creative and take control of your finances, give these a try and let me know how they work out for you. Thanks again so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think could use these strategies. I'll see you in the next one.